Good morning, YouTube. It is Thursday, March 26th, and I am here with another beginner's intro to tarot video. One of the biggest questions that I get when I do readings is, do I read for myself? And if so, how? So I figured today would be a good day to sit down and kind of address that and show you guys how I learned to read for myself. Now, there's not a lot of tarot readers who will read for themselves. There's some who believe that it's not possible. There's some that believe that they're going to sway the cards in some way by having it be what they want instead of what it is. There's some who they're told it won't work, so they never tried. So I actually was my own first study, I guess is the way what to call it. And what I would do is I would lay out all the cards, and then I would go through and just try and match the meanings. I was still learning tarot at the time. So I would just match the meanings, and then that was my reading. I learned pretty quickly that's not tarot. It is, but it's not. It's not the full depth of tarot. So then I started by taking the cards, laying them down, and letting it tell me something. And you guys know the method I teach you now of looking at the card, studying it, finding details. That was actually something I picked up off of a podcast and really changed the way that I read. Don't just say Knave of Swords, it's a spy, or it's communication, or no, look at it. What do you see? Well, I see a man in red with a sword that he doesn't look comfortable holding. So maybe you're having some problems feeling sure about what you're doing. I see that animals are trusting him. So you're a good person. This isn't a legitimate read, but you get what I'm saying. You would combine all of those things together to get the message. I've explained this in another video. Go ahead and go watch it. I'll try and put a card in the corner for you a little bit later. So anyway, I started taking that, putting it together, and then thinking about how that coincided with my life. However, I felt like when I was doing it that way, that I was doing exactly what they said I would, and I was influencing the card to mean what I wanted it to mean or what I thought it should mean, not what it did mean. So finally, after about 10 years of different testing and methods and screwing up, I finally came out with what I do now. So what I do now is I do everything like I'm reading for somebody else. Shuffle the cards, the intent, everything like I'm reading for someone else. Then what I do, I lay the cards out, and just like I'm reading for someone else, I will read the reading out loud to myself. I'm by myself. I know there's nobody else to hear me, but I have found that that is the easiest way to remove yourself from the reading, get an accurate reading, and still do it for yourself. So I'm not at my table right now. I wasn't doing all that. I'm going to shuffle and pull 3 quick cards and show you what I mean. And I'll tell you at the end what my question was. Okay, so there's my first 2 cards. I have the Emperor and the 3 of Coins. And the 3 of Wands. The Emperor is stability, is a father figure. It's an older man that I can trust. I may fear him, but in the end, I respect him. I will listen to him. I know exactly what this is. I'm going to explain the issue or the question I asked in a second. So at this point, I would then ask myself, is this a person or is this an energy? In this case, I know it's a person because I know what I asked, so I can already eliminate that. But for the sake of this, we'll pretend I did not. Okay, so I know I do need stability, and I know that I don't have a father figure right now, but I know somebody that does act as a father figure for me, and that by pleasing him and making up for some things I screwed up, I will be able to get a sense of stability back. Okay? I also have the 3 of Coins. The 3 of Coins is teamwork. It is being the best at what you're doing. It is being skilled. This isn't, we're past learning. We are the real deal now. So, what does that mean for me? Well, I know that the answer to my question is basically answered here. My question is, how do I get stability back in my life? How do I stable things back out? I know that there's a man that I look up to as a father figure who, if I please and make up for what I've done, things will be okay. I know that pleasing him is going to take some teamwork. Now, my final card, the Three of Batons. This is waiting. This is, you've done all the work, you've done all the planning, it's out of your hands now. All it needs is time. Well, there is no guessing for this because that's a stable across the board meaning. It's going to take time, teamwork, and him to get what I need. You see what I just did there? I did kind of shortcuts. I'm not used to teaching this. I shouldn't have shortcut with the Emperor card the way I did. But yes, basically, if it pops up with a court card, you always have to ask yourself, is this a person? Is this an energy? Is this something that I'm doing? Or is this something someone else embodies? Usually when you see the card, it'll click to you within a minute. This is the thing. But as a beginner, it may take a while for you to get to that level. One of the problems with doing these videos now is sometimes it is difficult to slip back to that beginner level. But that's all you have to do. Read the card out loud. Sometimes as you're saying it, it'll click. Once you get better and get a little bit more practice, you'll do what I did, and as soon as you see it, you know. But for everyone who's wanted to know how I read for myself, that is the answer. It's not difficult. All it takes is time and practice. Give yourself some time, have faith in yourself, and you'll be doing it just like I do in no time. If you are ever in doubt that you're influencing the cards, sit on it, wait, come back in a few days. Don't continuously ask the same question. The universe doesn't like that. But give it a few days and come back, reevaluate, reassess, and ask the question in a different way and see if the answers are similar. If you get the same or similar cards, well, then you know you didn't do it. That is today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. I will have a picture of the deck that I'm using today as my thumbnail. It is the Old English Tarot deck. That is what I used to illustrate today. And I will have info as to where to get it in the description box. In the description box, you'll also find all of the things that you could possibly want. My social medias, payment information if you want to do a private reading. All you have to do is send what you're comfortable with. I typically get $10 and up, but it's what's comfortable for you. Send it, message me on any of my social media with the name the payment came under, your question or questions, and whether you prefer public or private, and I'll have it up within the day. I also have a Patreon down there. If you join my Patreon, you get free readings every month. $5 gets 2 free readings, $10 gets 4 free readings, $15 gets unlimited free readings every month, refreshes every first of the month. Nothing carries over, but you'll get the new on the beginning of the month. So check that out. I also have a spiritual subscription box where you can get awesome spiritual goodies and save money by using my code. You'll also find free natal birth chart information down there. So if you don't know your full astrology chart, go follow that link, put your information in and get it. It'll teach you so much about yourself. I promise you that. And of course, if you like what you see here and you haven't already, please take a moment, press that subscription button, click the bell to be notified whenever I post something new, and help me grow my page. I am trying so hard to get monetized and be able to make money doing what I love and helping others. I can't do it without you guys. So it only takes a second, it costs you nothing, and it means the world to me. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I promise you I'm going to show you the dance that I do every time I get a new subscriber. I post every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, although I am thinking about adding another day or two to that list, so keep an eye out for updates. And of course, I do post in between if I get requested readings. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye, y'all.